Justin has been acting since childhood, gaining recognition for his role in The Goonies. With Patty Duke as his mother, it is no surprise that he grew up surrounded by fame and the entertainment industry. The recent revelation regarding a paternity test has left Patty Duke speechless, adding a surprising twist to their family story. The test results have stirred emotions and raised questions about family dynamics. As the news unfolds, it highlights the complexities of relationships and the impact of unexpected revelations. The situation has drawn attention not only for its personal implications, but also for how it reflects on the public perception of celebrity families. The reactions from both Justin and Patty reveal the depth of their bond and the challenges they face in the public eye. This unexpected turn of events has captivated fans and observers alike, showcasing the intricate nature of family ties amidst the pressures of fame. Sean had a lot going for him. He enjoyed a successful career that spanned many years, and he had a wonderful mother who loved him deeply. She would do anything for him, always supporting his dreams and ambitions. However, there was one significant thing missing in Sean's life: his father. Growing up, he often wondered about his biological father, a mystery that lingered in the background of his life. This absence created a void that he felt but could not fully understand. As he reached his mid-20s, the question of his father became more pressing. Sean learned that he had 3 potential fathers, each of whom had played a role in his life in different ways. To uncover the truth, they all agreed to take a DNA test. This decision marked a turning point for Sean, as he sought to finally discover the identity of the man who contributed to his existence. The results of the test would reveal not just a name, but also a connection that had been absent for so long. The journey to find his father was not just about understanding his roots, but also about finding a sense of belonging and closure in his life. Sean is Patty Duke's first child, and he gained recognition from a young age. His early life was marked by the spotlight, as his mother was a famous actress. However, this fame also brought a swirl of rumors surrounding his parentage. During the time Patty was pregnant with Sean, she was involved in several relationships, which led to uncertainty about who his biological father was. This situation fueled speculation and gossip in the media, as people were curious about the identity of the man who fathered Sean. Patty's relationships were often public, and the nature of her personal life became a topic of discussion. As Sean grew up, he had to navigate the complexities of being the child of a well-known figure, while also dealing with the rumors that surrounded his birth. The uncertainty about his father added another layer to his experience, making it a challenging aspect of his early life. Despite the rumors, Sean has made his own path, and his connection to Patty Duke remains a significant part of his identity. Rumors about Sean's biological father swirled for years, especially as he grew old enough to comprehend the whispers around him. Sean was born on February 25, 1971, and his mother, Patty Duke, chose to give him her last name. This decision was not made out of a desire for fame or recognition as an Academy Award-winning actress. Instead, it stemmed from uncertainty regarding Sean's paternity. Patty Duke faced a challenging situation, as she was unsure who Sean's father was at the time of his birth. The lack of clarity about his father created a complex backdrop for Sean's early life. As he matured, the questions surrounding his lineage became more pronounced, leading to a search for answers that would only come much later. The impact of this uncertainty on both Patty and Sean was significant, shaping their relationship and influencing Sean's understanding of his identity. The journey of discovering his roots would eventually unfold, but for many years, the mystery remained a part of their lives. During a time when Patty Duke was navigating her early fame, she found herself in a complicated situation regarding relationships. She became pregnant with her son Sean, and had to make her best guess about the timing of his conception. At that point, Patty was still a teenager, and her rise to stardom brought a lot of attention and concern from her parents. They were protective and worried about the influences surrounding her in Hollywood. Their disapproval grew when they learned she was dating Desi Arnaz Jr., the son of the famous couple Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. Despite the challenges, Sean developed a strong bond with Desi Jr., who he considered his godfather. Sean often spoke about the deep love and connection they shared, emphasizing that their relationship transcended biological ties. This powerful bond illustrated that family can be defined by love and support rather than just blood relations. The dynamics of Patty's relationships and the impact on her family life were significant as she balanced her career and personal challenges. When Patty Duke met Desi Jr., she was 23 years old and navigating the complexities of her life after her first marriage to Harry Falk. Harry was 13 years older than Patty, and their relationship had its challenges. At the same time, Desi Jr. was just 17, a young man still finding his way in the world. Their age difference raised concerns for Patty's parents, who doubted Desi Jr.'s ability to care for their daughter. They worried that he might not be mature enough to handle the responsibilities that come with a serious relationship. Despite these concerns, Patty and Desi Jr. began dating, drawn to each other by a shared understanding of the pressures of growing up in the spotlight. Their relationship was marked by the challenges of youth and the expectations placed upon them by their families and the public. As they navigated their feelings for each other, they also had to confront the realities of their respective pasts and futures. The dynamics of their relationship reflected the complexities of young love, especially in the context of their family backgrounds and personal experiences. Around the time Patty Duke began dating Desi Arnaz Jr., she discovered she was pregnant with her son, Sean. This news came as a surprise and added complexity to her young life. Despite the excitement of impending motherhood, Patty's relationship with Desi Jr. did not last long. It ended before it truly began, leaving her to navigate the challenges of being a young mother. Following the end of her relationship with Desi Jr., Patty found herself in another romantic involvement with another celebrity. However, this new relationship brought its own set of difficulties. The intense media attention surrounding her personal life became overwhelming for both Patty and her partner. The pressures of fame and public scrutiny made it hard for them to maintain a healthy relationship. Patty struggled with the spotlight, which often overshadowed her personal experiences and choices. As a result, she faced the dual challenge of motherhood and the demands of being in the public eye, which shaped her journey in significant ways. Patty Duke sought a private relationship, wanting to keep her personal life away from the public eye. This desire for privacy was important to her, especially given her fame as an actress. In this quest for a more secluded life, she found support in Michael Tell. Michael was not just any ordinary person. He was a newspaper publisher and a rock promoter. Their connection began when he subleased Patty's apartment, which brought them closer together. Michael had an interesting and unconventional idea to help her maintain her privacy. He understood the pressures of fame and the constant scrutiny that came with it. His approach was unique, aiming to create a space where Patty could feel safe and secure. This partnership allowed her to navigate the challenges of being in the spotlight while still enjoying a sense of normalcy. Michael's support was crucial in helping Patty find balance in her life, allowing her to focus on her career and personal happiness without the overwhelming attention that often accompanied her celebrity status. When Michael suggested to Patty that they pretend to be a couple, they were practically strangers. This unusual idea came from Michael's desire to help Patty manage the intense scrutiny from the press. He believed that by creating a fake relationship, they could divert attention away from her personal life. The plan was simple yet clever. By presenting themselves as a couple, they hoped the reporters would focus on their relationship instead of Patty's dating life. This arrangement would give Patty the freedom to date whoever she wanted without the constant pressure of media attention. The idea of a staged romance was not uncommon in Hollywood, where privacy is often hard to maintain. As they navigated this charade, they found themselves in a unique situation that blurred the lines between reality and pretense. The dynamics of their relationship began to shift as they spent more time together, leading to unexpected feelings and complications. The experience highlighted the challenges of fame and the lengths to which individuals might go to reclaim their personal lives. Michael told Patty that a relationship wouldn't be enough to keep the press away, and he convinced the young actress to marry him. They had an actual ceremony to make the marriage appear real. Patty agreed, and she and Michael were married in 1970. The marriage lasted for just 13 days, and they decided to get an annulment. When the annulment was final, Patty moved on and lost touch with Michael. This brief union was a significant moment in Patty's life, reflecting the pressures of fame and the desire for privacy. The decision to marry was influenced by the intense scrutiny she faced as a young star. Despite the short duration of their marriage, it highlighted the challenges of maintaining personal relationships in the public eye. Patty's experience serves as a reminder of how fame can complicate even the most personal decisions. After the annulment, she focused on her career and personal growth, leaving that chapter behind. The fleeting nature of their marriage did not define her, as she continued to thrive in her acting career. When Patty Duke first entered the world of celebrity relationships, she faced challenges that made her hesitant to date anyone in the spotlight. However, everything changed when she met John Astin, known for his iconic role on The Addams Family. their connection blossomed, but it was complicated by the fact that John was still married to his first wife, Suzanne Hahn, at the time of their meeting. This situation became even more complex when Patty discovered she was pregnant. Despite the difficulties, John Astin stepped up to support Patty during this pivotal moment in her life. He became a father figure to their son, Sean, and raised him for 13 years. John not only provided love and guidance but also gave Sean his last name, solidifying their bond. Sean has often expressed that the relationship he shares with John is strong and enduring, emphasizing that their connection will never weaken. This chapter in Patty's life highlights the complexities of love and family in the face of public scrutiny. Patty was certain that John was Sean's father, and they married 2 years later. During the wedding, Sean, who was just 18 months old, did something that made everyone believe John was indeed his father. This moment added to the joy of the occasion, as it seemed to confirm the bond between John and Sean. At the time of their marriage, John already had 3 sons from his first marriage. He took pride in raising Sean as his 4th son, embracing the role with love and dedication. Although it was never officially confirmed that John was Sean's biological father, the family dynamic was strong. Patty and John created a nurturing environment for Sean, filled with support and affection. Their family life was marked by the challenges and joys of blending families, but they navigated it together. The love they shared helped shape Sean's upbringing, making him feel secure and valued in a home filled with siblings and parental care. During Patty and John's wedding ceremony, a touching moment unfolded when Sean looked up at John and called him Daddy. This simple act marked a significant change in their lives. John legally adopted Sean, giving him his last name, which solidified their bond as a family. For Patty, this moment was a culmination of her journey toward happiness. She felt a sense of relief, finally free from the drama and pressure that often came with being in the public eye. The weight of scrutiny lifted, allowing her to relax and embrace her new life. Patty expressed deep gratitude to John Astin, Desi Arnaz Jr., and Michael Tell for their acceptance of her son. Their willingness to love Sean made a profound impact on her life. Sean, in turn, was thrilled to learn about his biological father, and to know that all 3 men wanted to be part of his life. This newfound family dynamic brought joy and stability, creating a nurturing environment where love could flourish. During their 13 years of marriage, Patty Duke and John Astin shared many joyful moments, but as time went on, their relationship began to face challenges. By 1985, the couple decided to divorce, marking a significant turning point in their life. This separation brought about a whirlwind of changes for Patty and her son Sean. Suddenly, Patty found herself navigating the complexities of single motherhood, while also dealing with the emotional fallout of the divorce. The decision to end their marriage was not easy, and it required Patty to reassess her life and priorities. She had to determine where she and Sean would live, which added to the stress of the situation. The divorce not only affected their living arrangements, but also impacted their daily routines and emotional well-being. As Patty adjusted to her new reality, she focused on providing stability for Sean amidst the upheaval. The changes in their lives were profound, and Patty's resilience became a key part of their journey forward. When his parents divorced, Sean was already a teenager, and Patty thought he was old enough to handle the news. She decided to have an honest conversation with him about his father. During this talk, she expressed her uncertainty about who Sean's father really was. This revelation was significant for Sean, as it opened up questions about his identity and family history. Patty mentioned Desi Arnaz Jr. as a possible father figure, which led Sean to believe that Desi Jr. might be his dad. This idea intrigued Sean, and he felt a strong desire to meet Desi Arnaz Jr. The thought of connecting with someone he believed could be his father was both exciting and daunting for him. Patty's decision to share this information with Sean was a pivotal moment in their relationship, as it highlighted the complexities of family dynamics and the impact of divorce on children. Sean's quest to understand his roots and the possibility of meeting Desi Jr. added a layer of emotional depth to his teenage years. Sean called his potential father and shared that Patty thought he could be Sean's dad, eager to meet Desi right away. Sean reached out to Desi Jr., who agreed to the meeting. When they finally met, the connection was instant. They hit it off immediately, sharing stories and laughter. During an interview, Sean expressed how much Desi Jr. meant to him. He mentioned that Desi Jr. loved him, and he felt the same way, considering him a second dad. This bond was significant for Sean, especially since John Astin, who raised and adopted him, had already played a crucial role in his life. The relationship with Desi Jr. added another layer of support, and love for Sean. It was a heartwarming moment that highlighted the importance of family, both biological and chosen. The warmth and affection between them showed how meaningful these connections can be, especially in the context of growing up and finding one's place in the world. The experience was transformative for Sean, enriching his life with love and guidance. Most people have met or know their relatives by the time they are 36 years old. It is quite unusual for a long-lost relative to reach out in your mid-20s, but that is exactly what happened to Sean. One day, he received a message from a man who claimed they were related. This unexpected contact stirred a mix of emotions in Sean. He felt curious and excited, but also a bit anxious about what this could mean. The man shared details about their family history, revealing connections that Sean had never known about. As they communicated more, Sean learned about shared traits and stories that linked them together. This newfound relationship opened a door to exploring his family roots. Sean began to wonder about the reasons for the separation and what it meant for his identity. The experience encouraged him to think about family in a broader sense, realizing that connections can be formed at any time in life. The journey of discovering this relative became a significant part of Sean's life, leading him to appreciate the importance of family ties. Confusion filled Sean's mind as he listened to the man on the phone. The man claimed they were related, which was surprising to Sean. He had always known about his mother, Patty Duke, and her brief marriage to Michael Tell, lasting only 13 days. However, the idea that Michael could be his father was hard for Sean to accept. He had grown up with a different understanding of his family history. The man on the other end of the line was insistent, adamant in his belief that Michael Tell was indeed Sean's father. This certainty made Sean uneasy. He felt a mix of curiosity and skepticism. The more he thought about it, the more questions arose. Who was this man? Why was he so sure? Sean decided he needed to investigate further. He wanted to uncover the truth about his parentage and understand the connections that might exist. The search for answers would lead him down a path filled with revelations about his family and the legacy of Patty Duke. Sean faced a challenging situation as he grew up without knowing who his biological father was. His mother, a well-known actress, never provided him with clear answers or proof about his father's identity. This uncertainty weighed heavily on him, creating a sense of confusion and longing for connection. As he navigated his childhood and adolescence, the absence of this crucial piece of information left him feeling incomplete. When the story about his paternity issues leaked to the media, it only intensified his struggles. The tabloids quickly picked up the story, turning his private life into public spectacle. Suddenly, the whole world was aware of his situation, and the pressure mounted. Sean found himself in the spotlight, dealing with the scrutiny and judgment of strangers. This unwanted attention made it even harder for him to cope with his feelings about his father. The media frenzy added layers of complexity to his already difficult journey, leaving him to grapple with his identity in a very public way. After meeting the man who claimed that Michael Tell was his father, Sean finally decided it was time to find out the truth. This revelation stirred a deep curiosity within him. He had always known John and Desi Jr. as his fathers, but the possibility that they were not his biological parents opened a new chapter in his life. The idea that he could be the son of Michael Tell was both exciting and daunting. Sean felt a mix of emotions as he pondered the implications of this potential connection. He began to reflect on his upbringing, the love he received from John and Desi Jr., and how this new information might change his understanding of family. The search for his biological roots became a journey of self-discovery. He wanted to learn more about Michael Tell, the man who might be his real father. This quest for identity was not just about blood relations. It was about understanding who he was and where he came from. The truth was out there, and Sean was determined to uncover it, no matter where it led him. Sean's life was shaped by the presence of strong father figures, even though he did not know his biological father. Growing up, he found guidance and support from John Astin and Desi Jr., who played significant roles in his upbringing. This support system allowed him to thrive, both personally and professionally. As his career flourished, Sean married Christine Harrell in 1982, and their marriage brought him great happiness. The love and stability he experienced in his family life were invaluable. Despite the curiosity about his biological father, Sean often pondered whether uncovering the truth would add value to his life, or if it was better to leave the past undisturbed. Ultimately, he recognized that he was fortunate to have had 3 father figures who provided him with love and guidance. This realization helped him appreciate the relationships he had built, allowing him to focus on the positive influences in his life, rather than the absence of a traditional father figure. While the stories about Sean's paternity had faded, he found himself in a difficult position. The thought of reopening that chapter of his life filled him with uncertainty. He remembered the intense scrutiny he faced from the media, the relentless paparazzi who seemed to thrive on his struggles. The idea of being on the cover of every tabloid again was daunting. Sean weighed his options carefully, considering the impact of his decision not just on himself, but also on those around him. He understood that revealing the truth could lead to more questions and unwanted attention. Yet, he also felt a strong desire to take control of his narrative. After much contemplation, he realized that he needed to prioritize his peace of mind. Ultimately, he made a decision that he believed was best for him, one that would allow him to move forward without the burden of past speculations hanging over him. This choice marked a significant moment in his life, one that would shape his future and his relationship with the public. After thinking about it for a while, Sean decided to go through with the paternity test. This decision came after much contemplation about his family and the relationships that shaped his life. The test was a way to seek clarity and understanding about his origins. Fortunately, John, Desi Jr., and Michael Tell were all willing to take the test and find out which of them was Sean's biological father. Each of these men had played a significant role in Sean's life, and the results of the test would bring important revelations. The process of taking a paternity test involves collecting DNA samples, usually through a simple cheek swab. This method is quick and painless, making it accessible for everyone involved. Once the samples are collected, they are sent to a laboratory for analysis. The results can take a few days to a couple of weeks, depending on the lab's workload. The anticipation of the results can be intense, as they hold the potential to change family dynamics and personal identities. Sean's journey through this process reflects a deep desire for truth and connection, highlighting the complexities of family relationships. The outcome of the test would not only impact Sean, but also the men involved, as they each face the possibility of new roles in his life. The emotional weight of such a test can be significant, as it brings to light questions of love, acceptance, and belonging. As Sean navigates this path, he is likely to experience a mix of hope and anxiety, knowing that the results could reshape his understanding of family forever. Sean found himself at a crossroads in life, grappling with questions about his origins. 25 years after his birth, he felt a strong urge to uncover the truth about his biological father. Initially, he was uncertain whether the three men from his past would be open to taking a paternity test. However, to his surprise, all three men expressed a keen interest in participating. Each of them had their own reasons for wanting to know if they were indeed Sean's biological father. This willingness to engage in such a personal and potentially life-altering test revealed a deep-seated curiosity and a desire for connection. The prospect of discovering their relationship to Sean stirred emotions and memories, prompting them to reflect on their past choices and the lives they had led. As they prepared for the test, the atmosphere was charged with anticipation and hope. Each man understood that the results could change everything, but they were ready to face whatever truth lay ahead. The journey toward understanding their shared history was about more than just genetics. It was about the bonds of family and the complexities of identity. The willingness of these men to step forward highlighted the universal quest for belonging and the importance of knowing where one comes from. This moment marked a significant chapter in Sean's life, one that would shape his understanding of himself and his place in the world. Finally, the moment of truth arrived, and Sean felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. He had long struggled with the uncertainty surrounding his biological father. The constant speculation from friends and family weighed heavily on him, and he was eager to put the mystery to rest. The wait for the DNA test results seemed endless, filled with moments of doubt and hope. When the call finally came, Sean's heart raced. The results were in, and he could hardly contain his anticipation. The news revealed that Michael Tell was indeed his biological father. This revelation shocked everyone, including Patty Duke, who had her own complex feelings about the situation. The unexpected twist brought a new layer to Sean's identity and family dynamics. It was a pivotal moment that changed how he viewed his past and his relationship with both his parents. The truth, while surprising, offered Sean a sense of closure he had long sought. He could now embrace his identity with a clearer understanding of his roots. Patty Duke's marriage to Michael was not just a union of love, but rather a publicity stunt that captured the attention of many. After their marriage, the two never spoke again, leaving a cloud of mystery around their relationship. However, the truth about their connection emerged over time, revealing that DNA does not lie. Michael was indeed the father of Sean, Patty's son. This revelation came as a surprise to both Sean and Michael, as it took them 25 years to uncover the truth about their familial ties. When looking at photographs of Sean and Michael, the family resemblance is striking and undeniable. The similarities in their features highlight the bond that existed between them, even if it was not recognized for many years. This situation illustrates how complex family dynamics can be, especially when publicity and personal lives intertwine. The journey to discovering their relationship was long and filled with unanswered questions, but ultimately it brought clarity to their lives. Sean felt a sense of joy and relief when he learned the truth about his biological father. This revelation brought him hope and excitement as he looked forward to building a relationship with his dad. For Patty Duke, the journey to this moment was long and filled with emotional turmoil. For nearly 26 years, the identity of Sean's biological father weighed heavily on her mind. The uncertainty and the burden of not knowing were difficult for her to bear. As an actress, Patty faced many challenges, but this personal struggle was particularly hard. She had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, a condition that affected her life in many ways. Despite her fame and success, the emotional ups and downs of her illness made it even more challenging to cope with the unknown aspects of her past. Patty was open about her diagnosis, sharing her experiences to help others understand mental health better. This honesty about her struggles allowed her to connect with many people who faced similar challenges. As Sean embraced his newfound happiness, Patty found relief in knowing that he could finally move forward with a clearer understanding of his family. The journey they both took was filled with hope, healing, and the promise of new beginnings. Advocating for mental health issues became a significant part of Patty Duke's life. She worked tirelessly to raise awareness and push for more research and funding in this important area. Patty understood the struggles that come with mental health challenges, having faced her own battles. She hoped that learning the paternity of her son would lift a burden from her shoulders. Despite the results of the paternity test, Patty held strong beliefs about the true identity of Sean's father. She expressed doubts about the accuracy of the test, stating that she did not fully accept its findings. However, her love for her son remained unwavering. Patty made it clear that she would support Sean's truth, as long as he respected her beliefs. This commitment to both her son and her own convictions highlighted her complex relationship with the truth. Patty's journey as an advocate and a mother showcased her resilience and dedication to mental health awareness, leaving a lasting impact on those who followed her story. Patty Duke faced a complex situation regarding her son Michael and the truth about his paternity. She openly admitted to him that she understood what she believed to be true. Despite the clear evidence provided by DNA testing, which is known for its accuracy, Patty struggled to fully accept the results. The science behind DNA does not lie, and it indicated that Michael's father was indeed Sean. However, Patty's emotional response complicated her acceptance of this fact. She found herself in a place of denial, where the heart often conflicts with the mind. Even though she had doubts about the results, her primary concern was her son's happiness. This love for her son overshadowed her struggle with the truth. Patty's journey reflects the challenges many face when confronted with difficult realities, especially when it involves family. Her story is a reminder of the complexities of human emotions and relationships, where acceptance can sometimes be a long and winding road. Many people believe that Patty was in denial and hoped that either John or Desi Jr. was her son's father because they had already loved and bonded with Sean. This situation reflects the complexities of relationships and the emotional struggles that can arise from them. Patty Duke, a talented actress known for her remarkable performances, faced personal challenges that often overshadowed her professional achievements. Her life was marked by ups and downs, including her relationships with the men in her life. After her divorce from Michael, she had no contact with him for decades. This absence likely contributed to her feelings of denial regarding Sean's paternity. She may have clung to the hope that one of the men she had cared for could be the father, as it would have provided a sense of continuity and connection for her son. However, the reality was different, and Michael was not the man she had hoped had fathered her child. This situation illustrates the emotional turmoil that can accompany family dynamics and the longing for acceptance and love. The impact of these relationships on Patty's life and her son's life is profound, shaping their experiences and identities in significant ways. Sean experienced a lot of confusion regarding his father throughout his life. This confusion stemmed from the fact that he had two men who stepped up to love him like a son. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his biological father, Sean maintained a positive attitude. He valued the relationships he had with both of these men, wanting to foster a close bond with each of them. This desire for connection was important to him, as he sought to understand his identity and place in the world. As Sean navigated these complex relationships, he also took the time to get to know Michael Tell better. Through their interactions, Sean discovered that Michael was a great guy. This realization helped Sean feel more secure in his relationships and provided him with a sense of belonging. The journey of understanding his father and the men who cared for him shaped Sean's outlook on family and love, highlighting the importance of connection and acceptance in his life. Many children grow up without fathers, which can be very hard for some. Having an absent father can affect children when they're young and through adulthood. Patty Duke, a talented actress, understood the importance of support in a child's life. She often spoke about her gratitude for the men who played significant roles in her son Sean's upbringing. These men stepped in to provide guidance, love, and stability, ensuring that Sean never felt the void of an absent father. Patty believed that it truly takes a village to raise a child. She recognized that the presence of caring adults can make a huge difference in a child's development. The support Sean received from these father figures helped him grow into a confident and well-rounded individual. Patty's appreciation for these men highlights the importance of community and the positive impact that caring adults can have on a child's life. Their involvement not only filled a gap, but also enriched Sean's experiences, teaching him valuable lessons about love, responsibility, and resilience.